Hi angels, and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a little get ready with me and chit chat and update you about my life and what's been going on and how's it going with everything, because I kind of took a little break. I got busy and I also sorry, I'm really sick. I've been busy and I've been like a little bit blocked. We'll see if I can do this, if I can manage this, because I have a cold and I've had this cold for a while. I have an autoimmune disease which makes my immune system not as strong as a normal person when it comes to fighting off viruses and stuff. But yeah, I worked at 2 confirmation camps this summer. I feel very blessed, and I feel like it was definitely a blessing from heaven that I got called to come and work in 2 different places in Sweden where I've never been before, or at least I've not been in the first location ever before. It was by a really pretty lake deep in the woods, like a few hours from Stockholm, and it was a deeply spiritual experience for me to spend that time there with those kids, because they were such angels and I really related to them on so many levels, and we shared so many beautiful moments together, and we connected really well. But then the second camp that I went to was a little bit more challenging, because I felt like there was some resistance from some of those kids to connect with me for whatever reason. I also felt like I was in a different headspace that other time around, because one of the reasons was because I was sick. I got sick right before that camp, and my energy was really affected by that. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. I was also like in some kind of like mental different mental headspace, because July was so weird to me. Weird, I don't know, like it was good and bad. I don't know what to tell you. The thing is, like, I made that video where I said like starting over at 33, and I turned 34 in July, and I've really been struggling with existential things, just like thinking about my future and my age and where my life is going and what I'm gonna do, with my life, what's gonna happen to me and who I'm gonna meet, and if I'm ever gonna have a family. But I've come to the conclusion that I have to let go. I have to not care so much, and I have to just be okay with not knowing and just be here and in for the ride. I have to stop obsessing over the things that I think I want, because, and this is where some of you might not relate to me anymore, but I'm gonna be really personal and honest here. I do trust and believe in God, and this is quite new for me to be open about that, but I'm really working on having a strong faith and trusting that there's a divine plan for me. And I feel deeply this truth that God knows that it wasn't the right time for me back then or now to get married. It's not what I need right now. And even though I told myself that it's what I want, I don't know what I want, because when you're in a relationship, it takes a lot of work and energy, and it takes away from the time you have for yourself. So what I have to realize is that this is a very blessed and unique time in my life, especially if everything does work out the way I think it's gonna. If I end up having a husband and children one day, I'm gonna look back at this time and think like, oh, that was a waste of time just obsessing over the things I want in the future and not appreciating what I have. Because what I do have right now is time, and I can, without feeling bad about it, focus on myself. I don't have to focus on a partner because I don't have a partner, and I don't have to lay all my focus on my children because I don't have any children. And you know, it's a blessing for you who do have children. I don't want to say that I envy you, but on some level I obviously do. I always thought that I would have children at this point, but I'm realizing more and more that it was just not in the cards for me to have children early in life. And it's basically, one of the reasons is because I'm a late bloomer, and I don't want to call myself childish, but I definitely have been feeling like I need to live as a young person for a little bit longer than usual. Like, I mature slower, or like, the thing is, oh, I see my little cat. I'm gonna go call for him. Wait. Never mind, he's doing good. He's just so cute. He's just sitting and looking at things in the grass. He's a little weirdo. I'm looking for my blush. Where is it? Oh, it's here. No, I was looking for my blush brush. Oh, here it is. So like, I feel like I'm wise for my age, and that I've been wise for my age since I was a child. But at the same time, I'm like a young soul. I'm an old soul, but I'm a young soul. Does that make sense to any of you? Like, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like I'm like a 23-year-old or something. But at the same time, I have the wisdom and the knowledge like a maybe at least 35-year-old. I'm 34, but maybe like even older. I don't know. I couldn't say, because I don't know what knowledge and wisdom anyone older than me have. But I feel like I'm sometimes more wise than people my age. Sometimes I'm not, but you know, it depends on the person. What am I rambling about? What conclusion do I have? Basically, okay, so how is life going? How is starting over at 33 working out for me? Well, I've been struggling, to be honest, and I've felt like my self-esteem took a toll, because I started to like question myself and think like, who am I to have a podcast? Who am I to think that I can help people? Who am I to think that I can be of guidance and help and heal others if I can't even help and heal myself? So I think what I actually need to do to be a little bit more honest and not like feel like a hypocrite or have like imposter syndrome, I don't know what it is, but I feel like what I rather should be doing than like preaching about how to do things, I should just be honest and say that I don't really know what I'm doing, but you are welcome to join me for this quirky little ride. And so yeah, I've been struggling with like relationships and career and like mental stuff and like all types of things. Like in every area someone can struggle. I basically struggle, but at the same time I feel like I should give myself more credit for trying really hard and staying strong and always keep going and always searching, always being hopeful, always trying to be a good person, always trying to help, always trying to be kind, spread light and love, and be the person that I want to see in the world. Like, I should give myself credit for that, and I feel like I'm doing way better than I sometimes think that I am. So I'm learning to like radically accept myself for my flaws and for the things that I'm doing well, and just embracing my imperfectly perfect self. My perfectly imperfect self, that's probably what I should be saying. Anyways, this is a little trick one of the kids at camp taught me. You have to like make it warm to curl the lashes better. Yeah, some more life updates. I was just like a little bit lost this summer and thought like, what is this fall gonna be like? Because if you have followed me, maybe you know that I've been saying that I really want to make it as a content creator, but to be realistic, I can't assume that I will succeed. I'm not gonna give up either, but I just need some other things, not as a backup plan, but like I need to invest in more things so I don't put all my energy and all my investment in one basket, if that makes sense to you. Like, my mom always says that put eggs in different baskets, and what she means by that is that you can have multiple types of income and you can have multiple things that you invest in, like invest your time and energy and like things that you try out, because one out of 5 things may work out really well. But if you would have picked like one thing out of those 5 things and put all your energy and time in, maybe it would flop. So, you know, I feel like I'm doing something good by having a podcast, doing this YouTube thing, and like I'm just like posting on TikTok, posting on Instagram, and I've been working at confirmation camp. Like, I've been doing a lot of things, but none of those things is really generating a lot of money, and we all need money to survive. So like I was just like a little bit desperate about this fall, trying to figure out like what to actually work with, if I could work within the church. Now after confirmation camp I was like, maybe not, maybe as a part-time thing or like as a volunteer. But it was, I don't want to say that it was too hard. The first camp was great, the second camp was hard, but yeah, I just don't think that it's my main path in life to work with teenagers or children. I think that it's definitely still part of my purpose to help and guide teenagers or young adults or whatever, but maybe not like be a leader in a practical sense, like at camp and stuff, because I've been working as a dance teacher, swim teacher, substitute teacher, and it's very like exhausting to try to lead a group of young people. It's actually hard. It's way easier to reach people from through the screen. It's just a different way of working. But so I have some things going for me this fall. I don't want to say too much before it's actually happening, but I may have found a part-time job, and also I got into Stockholm's University For you who have followed me, you know that I already have a bachelor's degree in psychology from Lund University, but I got into a philosophy program at Stockholm's University, and so I'm gonna go, and it's gonna be great for me to actually go to a physical place a few times a week and like expand my knowledge and stimulate my brain. Also, I already have a friend that goes there, and by being a student again, that allows me to that kind of gives me time to keep doing this creator thing whilst doing something. I don't know how to describe it. I'm just like, obviously I would like to work full-time and have a full-time income. It's just not realistic for me right now because it's not really my thing to be employed 9 to 5. And I'm not saying that in a spoiled way. I'm saying that in a neurodivergent way. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. And we do not judge here. Obviously, I would love to have like a really good, stable income. But I think that time and energy and living a life that is soft and stimulating and good for you and gives you purpose and meaning, those things are like maybe even more valuable than money. But at the end of the day, like everyone needs money, like I said, but I'm trusting that everything will work out and be fine. I'm not in a lack mindset, and I'm not in survival mode. I'm not desperate, and I'm not like in a crisis or anything. I'm doing good enough. So I'm just gonna be thankful for that and feel like it doesn't matter what it looks like from the outside. The most important thing is that I feel like I'm following my heart, and I feel like I'm doing that right now. I really am. And so things have been hard, but it's looking up, and I feel like it's so great for me to know what's gonna happen this fall. So I'm gonna go to university, and I'm gonna keep creating content, and I may have a part-time job as well, like I said. So I have a lot going for me, and I feel like that's good. And I should not focus on the things that I do not have, and I should not obsess over like trying to find love or anything, because right now I just feel like it's not what I need, because it takes so much energy to be in a relationship. And this is my little girl home. Little girl home sounds so silly, but it's like my little cottage, and it's like my little dream home that I'm creating. And I don't need any bad energies in here. I don't need anything that stresses me out. Honestly, a relationship that is wrong for you is only so stressing. And obviously, I would love a wholesome, true, and like strong relationship where everything just clicks and feels right. But right now, the relationship I have with myself is very fulfilling and good enough. And so I'm trying to break away from the society's norms and expectations and admit to myself that I actually enjoy being on my own. I actually enjoy my alone time, and I actually enjoy my freedom that comes with like just being completely focused on myself and not having responsible for anyone than myself and my little cat, of course. My life is like a blank canvas, and I can do whatever I want with it, and it's such a blessing if you see it that way. So maybe I'm not lost, maybe I'm exploring, and maybe I have all of the possibilities in front of me and just have to look at it in an optimistic way and think that God wants me to be safe and feel good and to heal and to be protected and to thrive, and he wants me to succeed, and he wants me to not abandon my dreams, but actually like do everything that my heart desires. And so I'm gonna make a few promises in this video so that I can look back at it later. I really want to publish my own first book within a few years. Let's say within 3 years, I want to be a published author. So before, or as late as 2029, I want to be a published author. And also I want to sell angel energy only merch. I recognize that might sound a little bit like self-conceited, but like I have a vision for my brand, and I want a self-care journal that I'm actually working on, a angel energy only self-care journal that can be used by all of you angels. And also I'm imagining like really cute things like college sweaters and t-shirts with like an angel energy only print on it, and maybe like tote bags and like makeup bags and cute things like that. And even though I have the vision of like and really cute ideas of the aesthetic and what it would look like, I just know that it's not, or maybe it is, but I keep thinking not now but soon. I have to build a momentum. I don't have that big of a fan base, but I feel like I'm gaining that slowly and surely. And so I truly do believe in my brand and my visions, and I truly believe that my podcast and my ideas about what I can contribute in this world with, like, even like, so when I study philosophy in the upcoming future, or like actually it starts this month, I feel like I'm gonna expand my brain, my mindset even more, and I will have more things to share and teach. And I feel like there is a purpose with me studying psychology and studying philosophy. I feel like I'm meant to reach people so that you don't have to go to school to learn those things. I can be a mentor eventually. Like right now, I'm still on the journey towards a better version of myself, a higher version of myself. And I don't have to put pressure on myself to speed up the process and become all that sooner than I physically can. But I feel like if there's one thing I really should keep doing, it's believing in myself. And that by doing that, I am a good role model. I'm a good example. I'm literally someone that people will be able to look at and see like, okay, she was struggling. She had problems with her self-esteem. She had problems with her mental health. She had problems with her chronic illness. She had problems with her ADHD. She had problems with money and with self-love and with relationships and with like finding purpose. But eventually when you will see me blossom, when you will see me feel good, and when you see me doing better and better, little by little, you will think, some of you will think, if she can do it, I can do it. So I think there's a purpose with all my suffering as well. It's just so that I can be a super empath and understand you all. Everyone who's suffering in this world, I don't want to be ignorant and not understand you. I do understand you. I do understand suffering a lot. I do understand the different types of pain. I understand the pain of not feeling good enough. I understand the pain of not feeling worthy of love. I understand the pain of having a chronic illness. I understand the pain of struggling financially. I understand the pain of being sick all the time. I understand the pain of having cognitive issues and being neurodivergent and not feeling like you fit in anywhere, or there's not really a place for you. I understand so much, you have no idea. And I don't want you to think that my life is more perfect than it is, because even though I am very much privileged and blessed in many ways, life has been almost too hard to bear at times. And I want to be honest about that, because who would I be if I put up a facade and told you that like everything is handy dandy? I would be such a fraud. And I just want to tell you that I'm so thankful for everything I have. And I don't want to be perceived as arrogant or self-absorbed or entitled or better than anyone else. I really want to be someone that makes you feel safe, loved, understood. And if I can help someone, if I can heal someone in a little way, then that gives my life meaning. And that's all. That's not all I want, but that's a big goal I have. I don't think there's anything wrong about wanting things for yourself either. Like by thinking that I want a house one day, and thinking that I want the perfect husband, and thinking that I want pretty things, and thinking that I want abundance and stuff. Like that doesn't make me a bad person. I think that we all deserve those things if we're kind at heart and want what's best for others. I think the people that probably should not have as much money and power as they do are the people that misuse it. Like the people that I feel like some people in power and with a lot of money are so visible for so many people, and some of them do not have good values and they are not good-hearted. And I want to flip around who rules the world. I think that healers and protectors and people with kind and good intentions and that wants what's best for everybody, not just themselves, people that want to uplift those who struggle and those in pain and those who are challenged and disabled and poor, and just like people with trauma, people who are scared, people that are stuck in a country that is in a war, I think that people that wants to help those, they should be the abundant ones. They should be in power, and they should be visible for a greater amount of people. So if you're a good person, I want you to have everything you want, and I know that you would make the world a better place with more power, with more money, with more abundance, with more visibility. If you would grow your platforms, if you would have more money, if you would have more blessings, and you're a good person, then you would make the world a better place. So that's what I'm praying for. I'm praying that we flip around what the world is currently like. I want everyone who has a good heart to succeed, and I want the people who does harm in the world and to other people, I want them to get blocked and not able to do those things. I want to take away their power. I want them to just, I don't want to see them, you know. I only want to see the goodness in the world. That's what I'm focusing on, and I'm focusing on healing and growth and love and kindness. And that's what Angel Energy Only is all about. I think it's a really good thing. I believe in myself. I believe in my vision. So yeah, maybe I am doing better than I think. But I'm gonna be honest, it's not been the easiest summer, but it's been a bittersweet summer, you know, good and bad. So that's where I'm currently at, and I'm thinking that I'm definitely gonna try to update more on here, and just, even if it's just like talking, and you know, I don't have that much exciting happening for me. Like, I don't have much to show right now, but I will be going to university, and I might do little vlogs to take you along on this like upcoming chapter that is really exciting. I think that philosophy is a very, very, very interesting subject. So I'm excited. That's it. Thank you for being here, sweet angel. I love you so much. Stay strong and take care. Bye.